हेलो फ्रेंड्स, कैसे हैं आप सब। टुडे आई हैव कम विद अ न्यू टॉपिक ऑफ ई इनवॉइसिंग अंडर जीएसटी. सो यू मस्ट हैव हर्ड कि देयर इज हैज़ बीन सर्टेन चेंज इन ई इनवॉइसिंग रूल्स. बट व्हाट इज ई इनवॉइसिंग एंड व्हाई इट इज? As we all know, technology is expanding at a rapid pace, and today's business models are evolving gradually from conventional paper based systems to digital processing. And e invoicing is one of the best practice followed by internationally by various tax administrations, and several countries have adopted e invoicing as a part of their national digitalization programs. Going by the same line, India has also adopted the GST e invoicing with effect from 1st October 2020. Initially, the aggregate turnover for which the GST invoicing was applicable was notified by Nirmala Sitharaman in her budget with effect from 1st April 2020, that was 100 crore rupees. But that was getting really difficult for the normal small and medium sized corporate taxpayers. So that further rule was relaxed and aggregate turnover was extended from 100 crores to 500 crores, which will be applicable from with effect from 1st October 2020. This has also caused pain to some corporates who started the process of e-invoicing but then they stuck midway. So now let me answer some questions about e-invoicing which will be there in your mind. What is an invoice registration portal? We all know that for preparing the invoice you have to upload specified particulars of the invoice on the IRP, that is invoice registration portal. But what is an invoice registration portal? Invoice registration portal is a website for uploading or reporting of invoices by the notified persons. Now, who are the notified persons? The notified classes of registered persons are those having an aggregate annual turnover of more than 500 crore rupees at PAN level. The aggregate financial year is to be considered for which previous financial year. In case a taxpayer had aggregate turnover for more than 500 crore in any financial year since the introduction of GST, that is 2017, he is mandated to report e-invoice to IRP. In case aggregate turnover decreases for less than 500 crore, whether the taxpayer will be exempted from generating e-invoicing? Answer is no. Once registered, the taxpayer has to generate e-invoice irrespective of turnover, from which date e-invoicing is mandatory for the notified classes of taxpayer. E-invoicing will be mandatory with effect from 1st October 2020. E-invoicing is applicable to what supplies? It is applicable on supplies to registered persons, supplies to cess, exports, deemed exports by the notified class of taxpayers. E-invoicing is applicable to what types of documents? It is applicable on invoice, debit note, credit note and export invoice. Is there any validation in the debit credit note? Presently, no linkage or validation is built with original invoice values for the credit note and debit note in view of the amended provisions of GST. Is e-invoicing applicable on B2C supplies? Answer is no. Is it applicable for import transactions? Answer is no. Is it applicable to invoice issued by input service distributor? Answer is no. Whether e-invoicing is applicable on reverse charge? Answer is yes. E-invoicing is applicable for suppliers making supplies under reverse charge mechanism. In the case of B2B RCM invoice, if the supplier is notified to generate the IRN, he will do so with the RC flag in it, otherwise not required. In the case of B2C RCM invoices or self invoices, IRN need not have to be generated. Do sales developers need to issue invoices? Yes. Are free trade and warehousing zones exempt from invoicing? Answer is yes. Is it applicable for supplies by notified person to cess? Answer is yes. Thank you, friends.